Hey, I've become the Mario Strikers Battle League, and I have some thoughts. I don't think I've ever felt so obligated to review a game. I guess it's just a side effect of making videos about every other sports game that the developer has made. And because of those videos, I have to address the charge and how it isn't here. It sucks that it's gone. But given the game's focus on perfect passes and shots, having the charge on top of that would make some shots impossible to stop. I liked what they replaced it with, but I will always be sad about its loss. And I wish my biggest complaint was cutting the best mechanic in any sports game ever. It's very light on content. There's less items now. Because of the clubs, there's way less fields to play on, and all of them feel the same. In its defense, it would be weird if you could pick a gimmick for your club's field. Like, it would be a mess if you could play on a field where half of it is ice and the other half you can ring people out. There's 6 cups. Much like the original, there's a normal and hard mode for them. Unlike the original, the structure never changes. It's 4 teams in a double elimination bracket for all 12 cups. Because of that, I found the cups got repetitive pretty quickly. The number of matches in Battle League's cup mode is pretty similar to Charge's cup mode. The key difference is that in Charge, it's a round robin bracket and then a best of 3 throughout 3 cups. But here, it's 12 cups that take the same amount of time. Other than that, there's a versus and club mode, so there's only really 3 things to do in this game. Playing on and off, I was able to beat all of the cups in under a week. You were supposed to defeat the Switch sports games with no content at launch, not join them. I really wish the cups had more to them, because this game is so fucking fun. My only gameplay issues is that doing lob passes seems to be overpowered. The controls took some time to get used to. I don't know why B is pass and A is shoot. There are some times where I've been swapping players and it took me to someone I wasn't expecting to take control of. In those moments, it doesn't feel like it's going to the most logical player to switch to, but it's just cycling through all 4 players. There have been times where I swapped when I shouldn't have, and it's taken me way too long to get back to that player, which is made worse because the AI is awful at defense. I've seen replays where the AI defender is just standing there looking the wrong way. Even with all of that, I've really gotten into some matches in this game, in a way I haven't for any sports game excluding Charged. The big new mechanic is perfect everything. When you pass or shoot right when you pick up the ball, it becomes stronger. If you're charging a shot, tackle, or targeted pass? I don't remember what this is called. And release it as soon as you hit max charge, it will be stronger. I really like how a fully charged tackle is the only way to knock someone down and to steal the ball from them. It basically made the slide tackle from the other games something you had to charge up. I don't prefer either version of it. They're both fun. My favorite thing about this change is that lighter players have to charge up a slide tackle if they want to knock down a heavier player. Otherwise, they'll just keep bouncing off of them. Out of all of the Strikers games, this one definitely has the least amount of NHL Hits Pro in its DNA. I also find that the skill floor and ceiling are very high. I've had some matches where I crushed my opponent 8-0, and others where I've lost 8-0. I've noticed that skill gap in the other Mario sports games from this gen, but I think it's the biggest gap here. The best improvement in this game is easily with the stats and the equipment. I love how much you can change a character to make them fit the role you want them to. And it's fun trying to figure out how to make your character's stats what you want. The roster might be small, but with how much you can change a single character's stats, I don't really mind it. The online is good. I've had a lot of stable matches, but a few very laggy ones. Out of all of the game modes, the Battle League is easily the best. You can make a club with a bunch of friends, customize the colors and your field. I was surprised with how much you could customize. My biggest issue with that game mode is that it will pick random players for you if you don't have a full club. Let's say you built a slow, strong player. the game can just give you 3 other slow, strong players, and now you just have no speed whatsoever. Other than that, it's clearly the star of the show. It's just a solid game mode that makes me wish I knew more people who had this game so I could play it more. I haven't messed around with it the most, but I've really enjoyed what I've played. The vibes in this game are still on point. Sadly, the attitude is gone, but the characterization is still very good. The Hyperstrike animations? Work of art. I wish everything just looked like this. It was very nice seeing Striker's 2D art represented in-game. This game is just very well animated in general. Sticking to the Hyperstrike, I was initially worried about this being an item, but I kind of like the change. Now you have to go and risk picking up that orb, taking one of your guys out of the play. When someone gets it, it changes the dynamic of a match in such a fun way. And I don't think making the items pickups works as well as just giving them to the player. Being interfered with and having to go pick up the item makes it more advantageous to hit players without the ball, because the other team might have to leave the play to get the item. That's actually the worst change in the game. Mario Strikers Battle League is very fun. There are some plays I've done that have been so satisfying to score off of, and I've seen some crazy shit done to me online. Goalies are as bad as they've always been, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It's easily the most fun I've had with a Mario spin-off game on Switch, excluding Mario & Rabbids. But it's so light on content. Too light. I'm worried I'm going to completely drop this game when Fire Emblem 3 Hopes comes out, which is why, with a heavy heart, I give pre-patch Mario Strikers Battle League a 7.5 out of 10. But as I played to record footage, I was just thinking to myself how much I was enjoying this game. And like, yeah, do you know what? Maybe it is an 8, but I just hate how little content there is in this game. The amount of content is honestly taking off a solid 1.5 from this game's score. I hate being indecisive. If they do what they've done for every Mario sports game on Switch and slowly patched it over the course of the year to have enough content for a full-priced game, this is easily a 9. Hell, if I had more people to play with this game with, it will bump up the score too. For those keeping track at home, it's somewhere between 7.5 and 8 for the amount of content it has, or it's somewhere around 8.5 to 9 if they add new content to the game, or if I just had more people to play this game with. So that's just a solid range of 1.5. Take your pick on what it is. Review scores are dumb anyways. Do you agree? Think I'm an idiot? Comment down below. Dislike the video if you're happy about Daisy's exclusion, and subscribe for more bad content. Follow me on other platforms if you want. Take care, guys.
Does it go? That reaction from Smith, mad about a couple of things, probably mad at himself.